So we will start today's interactive session. All of you keep on mute. More of observation and learning. The purpose of this session is to learn and not only do or practice. Yeah, you can observe, you can practice whatever possible, but try to learn more and more. So we'll start. So this interactive session will talk about the sequences for the next month. So we start with our prayer. We can sit conveniently in a position of your choice, Sukhasana. Starting prayer, inhaling, take the arms over your head. Exhaling, bring to heart center. Closing the eye, take inhalation. Sahana vavatu sahanau bhunaktu sahaviryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Inhale, take the hands straight up through center. Exhale, bring the hands down through the sides. Yeah, please mute your session so that otherwise the audio will get disturbed. Yeah, if anybody is on unmute, please mute yourself. Yeah. So this month it is sitting loosening practice. Yeah, last month it was dynamic loosening. This month sitting loosening. So take both the legs in front and keep the hands behind. Shake your legs little time. So it is just loosening your legs, joints and muscles, keeping the hands behind. We start loosening from this action. After little time, keep the legs together. Inhale and point your toes forward. Exhale, point your toes backward. Inhale front. Exhale back. Inhale front. Exhale back. Inhale front. Exhale back. One more. Inhale front and exhale back. Now rotate your feet. 1. All the sides. 2. Normal breathing. 3. 4. 5. Opposite side. 1. 2. 3. It's called feet rotation. 4. One more round. 5. Now inhale. Keep your hands by the side of your hips. Sit straight. When you exhale, bend your left leg. Try to touch chin on the knee. Release right leg. Release left leg. Release right leg. Release left leg. Release right leg. Release. Then bend the left leg. Catch bottom of the thigh. So when you catch it close to the thigh like this. Okay. Inhale, stretch the left leg up. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Observe, is my hand moving? It's not. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, stretch. exhale, bend. Release that leg. Bend the right leg, catch bottom of your thigh. Inhale, up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 2. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 3. Exhale, bend. Inhale, 4. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, 5. And exhale, bend. Release that leg. Now, left leg fold and cross over the right thigh. Catch the toe with your right hand. Rotate your ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4. With observation. 5. Change. 1, 2. I'm actually feeling my ankle. 3, 4. One more round. 5. Now keep that leg in Padmasana. So it was here. So I moved it into the navel. You can see the heel came to the navel. Did you observe? Keeping the hands back, flap your thigh. 1. So which leg is going on here? Left leg. 2. With awareness, I am observing my knee, the hip joint. 3, 4, and 5. Catching the toe with my left hand, inhaling, try to straighten the leg in front of me. 1, 2, it may not become straight, no problem. 3, I'm trying, that's it. 4, 5. Exhale, keep it back along with the hand. Right leg fold and cross over the left thigh. Catch the toe, ankle rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ulta. 1. Opposite side. 2, 3, 4. I'm observing ankle. 5. Now keep that leg Padmasana. So where was it? It was here. I took it in. Kept the hand back and flap the right thigh. 1. I'm feeling that these joints are getting looser. 2. All these are working with the legs as of now. 3. Loosening the legs. 4 and 5. Hooking the big toe of that leg. Inhale. Stretch the leg in front. 1. Take it a little up. 2. So what is the level? It's almost above the shoulder. 3. It may not bend. I mean, it may not become straight. You can hold it like this also. 4. If it doesn't straighten up. 5. Now exhaling, I keep it along with my hand on the floor. Now fold both the legs to the groin. Catching the toe, butterfly, both the thighs. 1. Here the back should be straight. 2. If you sit like this, your back pain will start. Okay, don't sit like this while doing butterfly. Bring the chest front. 3. So you should not have a rounded back when you do the butterfly. It's very dangerous. It will hurt your lower back. 4. All this force of the leg will go to the lumbar spine and it will protrude the L3, L4, L5, all those things. Keep on pushing little time. 5. Relax. Release both the legs in front of you. Keep your hands behind. Shake your legs a little time. After some time, just put your chin on the chest. Rotate your neck. 1. Inhaling and exhaling. 2. Yeah, actually I'm able to feel the neck. 3. Are you able to feel it? If anybody is practicing. 4. It's not compulsory that you should practice. You can observe. 5. I'm doing all because I have to demonstrate all the asanas to you, right? Now change. 1. I'm taking all the sides. 2. Inhaling and exhaling. 3. I'm feeling nice action on my neck. 4. One more last round. 5. I'm trying to touch my ears on the shoulder. Total 10. Keep legs together, hands in rowing position. Yeah, please mute your phone, your session. Take an inhale here. Exhale, row forward. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, front. Inhale, back. Exhale, front. Inhale, back. Exhale, front. Inhale, back. One more. Exhale, front. Inhale, back. Change. Exhale, down. Inhale, back. 2, 3, 4. One more round. 5. 5 plus 5 over. Now, spread your legs. Almost a good V angle. So what is the asana we did just now? That is Nauka Chalana. Next is Chakki Chalana. After splitting the legs V shape, interlock the hands in front of the chest. Your back should be erect. Take an inhale here. Exhale, go to the left leg. Inhale, rotate and come back. Exhale, 2. Inhale, back. Exhale, 3. Inhale, back. Exhale, 4. Inhale, Chakki Chalana. Exhale, 5. Inhale, back. Change. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. 2. What is the breath here? 3. Till the middle of the down, I have to exhale. 4. When I come back, I have to inhale. One more. 5. That's it. 5 plus 5. Now, fold your legs to Sukhasana. After sitting Sukhasana, bring the arms in front, parallel to the ground. Fist close, spread. Close, really spread. Close, spread. Close, spread. Really spread. Close, spread. Palm drop, up, down, up, down, up. Palm down, up, not the hand. Down, up. Now, fist close, rotate the wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back straight always. 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands on shoulder. Straighten the arms in front. Fold straight. Fold straight. Proper focus. Fold straight. Fold straight. One more. Fold straight. Now fold your arms, touch the elbows in front. Shoulder rotate. 1. Up and back. 2. Observe the speed of the action. 3. 4. 5. Change. 1. Just go up. 2. Inhalation and exhalation. 3. Follow my timing. 4. There is a rhythm for everything. One more round. 5. Interlock the finger. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. Stay there for some time. 1. Long back. 2. 3. 4. Breathe normally. 5. Exhale, put the hands down. Now fold your legs to any one side, come to cat position. Last loosening practice. I told you please mute your sessions. Who is on unmute? So next then the last loosening practice, Margery. So I am facing front. You also should face front. I am going to turn. You should not turn. Just to show you the practice. Margery Asana. Knees apart, hands apart, forearm distances. All the distances are forearm. Okay. Sleeping toes are better. If you find there is a pain on the knee, you can do standing toes, whichever you want. If there is too much pain, you should keep a blanket below the knees. Inhale, head up, tailbone up. U shape. Exhale, reverse umbrella shape. Rounded back. Inhale, 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, 3. Tall pillars. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, 4. Exhale, reverse. One more time. Inhale, 5. Now stay there and breathe. 1, 2, neck should be up. 3, shoulder up. 4, center only down. 5, exhale, umbrella shape. Here also, neck is up. 1, don't dip your neck. 2, tall center. 3, you have to round your back. 4, chin close to chest. 5, inhale, look straight. Exhale, lift your knee backwards to mountain. Stay there for some time. Push the ground. 1. Look towards the navel. 2. Breathe normal, no ujjayi breath required. 3. Push the ground. 4. Lengthen your back. Bring your stomach close to your thigh. 5. Step forward, both the legs. Inhale, head up. Look at the eyebrow. When you exhale, try to touch head on the knee. Inhale, stand up, hands up sideways. Join your hand, look at your thumb. Exhale, hands down. To Samasthiti. Yes, the loosening practices are over. Any doubts, anybody you can ask? Otherwise, I go to the Surya Namaskar. Okay. So I go ahead. So this month, Chandra Namaskara, 10 rounds. Ashtanga, B Surya Namaskara, 2 rounds. Okay. As I told you, more of observation. This is not a practice, meant for your today's yoga class. No. That's not the idea of this class. This idea is to train you and get the knowledge. Okay. More of intelligence and listening, all that. So this month, Chandra Namaskara, I'll do 2 rounds and then 1 round of Ashtanga B. Samastiti. So I'm looking front of myself. My toes and heels are touching each other. I'm standing erect. My hands are tight. It's like an attention kind of position. Inhaling, I take my arms over the head. Exhale to heart center. Close my eyes. Inhale and हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्येन सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्न पावृणो सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, look at the nose. Now take one Ujjayi breath. Exhale. Chandra Namaskara starting. I will be talking, so the breath may not be very correct. I don't have a choice, but I will try to manage to the extent what possible. Ekam, inhaling, stretch your arms backward.
Dvi, exhale, bend forward.
Trini, left leg back, inhale, hands up.
Chatwari, exhale, hands down.
Pancha, inhale, other leg back. Shat, exhale, knee chin chest down. Sapta, inhale, lift your chest. Ashta, exhale to mountain. Nava, left leg front, inhale, hands up.
Dasha, exhale, hands down,
other leg forward. Ekadasha, inhale, stand up, raise your hand back.
Dvadasha,
exhale. No mantra. Ekam, inhale.
Dvi, exhale.
Trini, right leg back, inhale, hands up.
Sideways. Chatwari, exhale, hands down.
Neutral head position. Pancha, inhale, other leg back. Shat, exhale, knee chin chest or chaturanga. Sapta, inhale, upper body lift. Ashta, exhale. Nava, right leg front, inhale, hands up.
Dasha,
exhale, hands down, other leg forward. All in one exhale. Ekadasha, inhale, stand up. Exhale to Namaskar. So that's called Chandra Namaskara. This will be 10 rounds. Then after Chandra Namaskar 10, 2 rounds of Ashtanga B Surya Namaskar. So I'm going to show you that. I'll show you one round and then we'll need doubts we can talk. Samastiti. Looking at the nose. Watch very carefully. It's a long sequence. 17 steps. Ekam. Bend the knee, touch the ground. Inhale, hands up.
Utkatasana. Dvi, exhale, bend forward.
Trini, inhale, head up. Chatwari, step back, exhale, go down. Pancha, inhale, chest up. Shat, exhale to mountain. Sapta, right leg front, bend the knee, turn the left leg. Turn the left leg. Inhale, hands up.
Virabhadra. Ashta.
Exhale, hands down, walk back and go down. All in one exhale. Nava, inhale, chest up. Dasha, exhale to mountain. Ekadasha, left leg front, right leg turn. Inhale, hands up.
Warrior.
Dwadasha, exhale, go down. Trayodasha, inhale, chest up. Chaturdasha, exhale, lift your back. 5 breath. One. Two breaths. Three. Four. Five. Panchadasha. Step forward, both the legs, inhale, head up. Shodasha, exhale, head on the knee. Saptadasha, bend the knees, inhale, hands up. Samastiti, exhale. And relax. So, that's called Ashtanga B Surya Namaskar. Any doubts in Chandra Namaskar, Ashtanga B Surya Namaskar?
So in Ashtanga B Surya Namaskar, when you come from Virabhadra pose to the lying pose, right? How should be the breathing? Because sometimes I am not able to hold the breath right from Virabhadra pose to this one, right? My breathing gets over. The counts is more, right, comparatively.
Yeah, it is 5-second exhalation. If you see the timing, it is one exhale from that warrior to this one. So you're here, right?
Yeah.
You're in this position.
Here the inhale is completed. Now watch my exhalation.
So if you observed that entire taking the leg front, bending the knee, turning the back leg, or hands up, all is one inhale.
Yeah.
And the full travel back, putting the hands down, taking the front leg back, going down on the mat, all is one exhale. So yes, some of you beginners may find it tough, but target that one breath, one half of the breath.
So to attain that one breath only, sometimes there is a need to either hold the breath in the start or in the middle so that you get that full breath.
No, you should not hold the breath. So the sequence is like that. See,
no, understood.
So you have to get that day by day. See, now if I do 6 rounds of A and 6 rounds of B every day. When I practice 6A and 6B. All these 12 rounds are done without a single extra breath when I practice. So because from my personal experience is what I'm talking. So I'm not talking just from somewhere. So I have been practicing for several years, this A and B. So it is just how you Put your mind to that, how regular we are on our practice, how conscious we are on to slowly deepen and lengthen our inhalation and lengthen our exhalation. It works. So you just have to keep at it. You don't take that. I know you're. I think this question has come in the past also. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, during the class, is the count faster than what you do like in the interactive session? Like, because generally we feel, I feel that it is faster.
Who is this? Santosh.
To do the breathing with the fast.
Who is this? Santosh?
Naveen here.
Naveen. Now I'll show you the actual count that I give you. Okay. I'll show, which one do you want to do? I mean, are you talking about Ashtanga B or Chandra Namaskara?
Ashtanga B.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems difficult to, during the class. When we see in the in the session today, it seems possible.
Okay, now I'll do it with the timing that I give you. Exactly that same time. Okay. So maybe when I showed you, it was a little slower. So I have two extremes here. Now Muthu tells me that it is too slow, and Naveen tells me that it's a little fast. So let me see how is the actual counting.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Possible to show one round of Chandra Namaskara with the same thing what we do in our class?
Yeah, I can
same
do
timer basically.
Yeah, I can do that also. Okay.
Thank you.
So I'll do Ashtanga B. I have to quickly come into position. Okay. Oh, sorry. I think I need this one. Bluetooth to keep the audio louder. That goes to the next round. So the timing that you saw is the timing that I give in the class. So when I did while with talking, yeah, it was definitely longer because I have to talk and then show the actions, right? So that is not the right method to do. So this timing is like kind of average time. It's not too fast, neither too slow. It is determined with the experience of your classes only, different classes. So did you observe that I was doing it
Yes,
exactly on the bells.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I think practice is what is required.
Yeah, mostly what happens, I'll tell you, is if I don't know the next step, then I start thinking, right? Okay, now, okay, next Panchadasha. So then I'll wait for the instruction of the teacher. Once he says, okay, left leg front. So after I hear left leg, then I start moving the left leg, turning the leg. So by that time, the remaining that 5 seconds becomes just 3 seconds. So you will be forced to move those 5 seconds action in within 3 seconds, because you waited for the instruction to finish and then you started moving. I'm not talking you, I'm talking general, especially beginners. They will wait for 2-3 seconds to realize what is the next step. So the class is not designed in a way that we hear the teacher, then assimilate that information, transfer that information, convert into the action in the body, and then start the action. So by that time, the other people would have gone to the next step. So the class is designed in such a way that you know what is to be done. Otherwise, the breath will not stay. By the time you realize what should be done, your breath will be over. I mean, that step will be over. So this class is in such a way that you learn. You are learning. You're in that mode. Okay. Yeah. Now,
Sir, I have a
yeah.
Sir,
So
I have a
one more that Chandra Namaskar. I'll show one round and then I'll come to the next. Let me do the Chandra Namaskar with the timing. Okay. I hope I have it here. Yeah, Chandra Namaskar is there. I'm going to show you one round of Chandra Namaskar. Then it goes on like that. So that inhalation is 4 seconds, exhalation is 5 seconds, left leg back, inhale, hands up is 5 seconds, exhale, hands down is 4, inhale, take the other leg back is 4, exhale to the mat is 4, inhale, Urdhva Mukha. So there is certain timing for that. Divya, was it clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, somebody else had a question.
Yes, sir. Neha here.
Yep.
Sir, I'm a beginner. So from the lower plank to cobra position and then mountain pose,
Yeah.
you very easily slide your toes and change the position.
Yeah.
For beginners, what do we do?
You can take it one by one. So from here in, I am in low plank, right? Here, one, come on. That way. As here. So I slide together and come on. That needs a little upper body strength. Instead of that, you can do one leg, and then come.
Thank you, sir.
I hope that's the question you asked me.
So one other question. Is there an app for this timer?
Yeah, it's a Prana Breath. It's an Android app.
Or not an Apple?
Prana Breath. Prana Breath. You search on Google Play Store, you'll get that.
Okay, and it's not available for iPhones?
I think it's not there for iPhone. They've not made one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Any other queries? Otherwise, I go to the next asana practices. So after this, in standing position, we do eye rotations and eye focuses. So after Surya Namaskara, feet apart, shoulder distance, bring the hands on the eyes, open your eyelids, really rotate your eye. 1, 2, so try to look all the corners like that. I don't want to spend much time on that, we are doing all the months. And 5 plus 5. Then gazing nose and looking front. Inhale nose, exhale front. 1 point. Inhale nose, exhale front. Like that we'll do 5 times. After that, hands on the knee, slightly bend the knee. Observe the back. So this is the right back. Do you see any rounding? No. So this is not the thing you should do. Did you see the knees are bending, the back is erect, and your shoulders are close to the ear. So this is the way you have to stand for Udhyana Agnisara. This is not the way. Some people do like this and all. All will damage your back. Like that. Udhyana I will show once. Mouth exhale. Stomach pull. See, I was locking, and after 15 seconds, I get breathless. I pull it. That breath should be pulled like that. So that 2 rounds, 1 with the knee bend, 1 with the knee straight. Then with the knee bend, Agnisar Kriya. Throw it out. Pump. Inhalation. Then straightening the knee, same practice. And then we do standing Udhyana Bandha. That completes the first half an hour of practice. The next half an hour is asanas, all the asanas. So the design is like that. First half an hour is loosening all the things for the heart, pumping, Surya Namaskar, Chandra Namaskar, all that is for the health of the overall system. Improving our own health of the heart, health of the lungs, blood circulation, all that is because it's a dynamic action. I've seen some people doing Surya Namaskara, they will do Cobra, they will stand for 5 seconds. Then, so that it's not an asana. Surya Namaskar is a flow. It's a vinyasa flow. It doesn't stop. Just like when you throw a ball into the air, what happens? The ball goes up, stays for a split second, maybe half a second or maximum, and it comes back, right? The time is taken for the movement and not for the position. Surya Namaskara, Chandra Namaskara, the time happens on transitions, not on asanas. It's a knitting of asanas. It's not staying in an asana. Whereas the next half an hour is different. The next half an hour is staying in the asana. So what do we do first now? Triangle. Trikona, Parivatrikona, Ardhakati, Uttida, Hastapadangushta asana. These are the 4 standing asanas. So I go finish the standing asanas, then we will talk. I will be talking because I need to explain. So my breath may not be really correct. Triangle and twisted triangle. Exhale is over. Ekam inhale, right leg out, 3 feet, catch the waist. Do exhale, turn the right foot, look over the right shoulder. Body doesn't turn. 3 in inhale, open the arms in the line of my legs. Parallel. Chatwari, exhale, bend sideways. Then start inhaling, looking at the other hand. One breath. Two breath. Tail of the third exhale, I have to look down. All that is Trini, sorry, Chatwari. Pancha, inhale, come up, looking at the right hand. Shat, exhale, turn forward. Trini, inhale, turn the other side. Chatwari, exhale. Like that. Here also, I'll take 3 breaths. I already showed one side. On the tail of the third exhale, I will look down. Then, Pancha, inhale, stand up, looking at the left hand. Shat, exhale, turn forward. Trini, inhale, turn to the right. Now, look at the way I move my hands. Windmilling. Parivarta Trikonasana. Inhaling, look at the right hand. One. Two. Tail of the third exhale, I look down. Pancha, inhale, come up, windmill the arms. On the exhale, I turn. Keeping the hands there only. Trini, inhale, turn to the left. So left leg full turn, right leg half turn. Now windmill and twisted Trikonasana. I reach my hand behind on the left side of my left leg. Looking at the other hand, I will take 3 breaths. Tail of third exhale, I look down. Then Pancha, inhale, come up, untwist the body, windmill the arms. Shat, exhale. Sapta, inhale, catch the waist. Hashta, exhale, turn and jump to the front. See, I landed with the feet together, hands tight. Next, Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Now I am facing front. I am facing to you, you don't have to turn. Just because I have to show you the practice. Ardha Kati and Uttita Hastapadangushtasana, 2 more asanas. Ekam, inhale, left hand up. Sideways. Dvi, exhale, bend to the right. Did you observe my hip moved that side when I took my hand this side? Observe the side arch. No shaking. One more breath. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Same thing will be done the other side. Then, last asana in standing position, Uttita Hasta Pada Angushtasana. Uttita means lifted, Hasta hand, Pada Angushta asana posture. Big toe posture. So, I'll show my left leg. Sorry, right leg. Ideally, we start with the left, then go to the right. Ekam, inhale, bend the leg and hook the toe. Other hand moves to the hip. Dvi, exhale, try to straighten the leg in front of. Balance. One breath. Two. Keeping the leg straight. Three, inhale, bend the leg. Chatwari, exhale. Hand down, leg down to Samasthiti. Do the same on the other side. In advanced class, there are 2 additional asanas, Prasari Pad Uttanasana B and Ardha Baddha Padma Uttanasana. After showing that, I'll now in the 8:15 p.m. batch, there are 2 other asanas. This asana comes in that class also, but there it will be done with the wall support. So keeping one hand on the wall, Ekam, inhale, bend the leg, catch the toe. Do exhale, straighten the leg with this hand support. Like that. So the same asana will be done with this hand on the wall in 8:15 p.m. batch. In 8:15 p.m. batch, there is one more asana called Anjaneya asana, which comes, it is similar to what we do in our Chandra Namaskara, the same posture. So in that class, we do the same thing. So because in there is no Surya Namaskar. From the cat, you have to inhale, step your foot forward, exhale here. Then inhale, take the arms over your head.
Like that, arch your back.
Anjaneya asana. So in 8:15 that will come, this asana.
Then exhale, hands down.
And inhale, go to cat. Then exhale here, do the other side. So these are 2 asanas in the late evening batch. In advanced batch, Prasarit Pada Uttanasana, Ardha Baddha Padma Uttanasana. I'm going to quickly show both of them. Ekam, inhale, right foot out, 4 to 5 feet, catch your waist. Do exhale,
Bend forward, crown on the floor.
stay there for 3 breaths. One, 2. I will come up now. 3 inhale, come up. You can reduce the distance at the same time. And Chatwari, exhale, turn and jump. So that comes in advanced batch. Without using the hand, keeping the crown on the floor. And Ardha Baddha Padma Uttanasana. Ekam, inhale, fold one leg to Padmasana. Exhale, catch the toe from the back from the same hand. Now take an inhale here. Exhale, bend forward. 3 breaths here. One. I'll take 2 breaths. Chin to shin. 3 inhale, head up. Exhale, bend the standing leg. Chatwari, inhale, stand up. Exhale here. Catch the waist. Inhale, take the folded leg forward. Exhale, hand down, leg down. That's called Ardha Baddha Padma Uttanasana. I've covered all the standing asanas, all the batches, including children batch, not much difference. Yeah, any clarifications on standing asanas? Otherwise, I go to the sitting asanas.
So before getting into asanas, when I do Agni Sara Kriya,
Yeah.
Slight headache kind of feeling is felt. Is that because of anything wrong, or is it something to do with the weather or something like that?
While doing the Kriya, is it?
Yes, just before Kriya.
After Surya Namaskara?
Yes.
When you are doing the eye rotations and all?
That time, no problem. When I just start with Kriya, that is when I feel that there is a slight headache feeling.
But maybe because when you bend like this, the blood flow changes to the head, right? Because it may change due to that, and after some time it goes away.
Yes, yes. Just for less than a minute, I can say.
Oh, maybe I think that may be a little due to the blood flow changes. I don't think much to worry about that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
When you say during our asanas also, that we need to tighten our groin.
Yeah.
What is the, sorry?
Moola Bandha, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. When are we supposed to leave it then?
When that stay of the asana is over. If you're staying in an asana for 3 breaths or 5 breaths, whatever it is.
Yeah, for that entire period, we need to hold it.
Yes. You should not hold your breath. You have to just tighten the anus muscles and the sphincter muscles into the body. Just keep it tight into the body.
And when we are when we're leaving that asana from that holding stage, then we leave it, is it?
Release it. The moment the asana is over, release it.
Okay. That was a confusion. I never, understood when do I need to release it.
Yeah. No, just when the asana is over, release it. Don't worry about it further. Yeah. Okay.
Just to add to that question, you also said while third breath is going on, pull your anus in.
Yeah. So that is just a reminder, because in case you did not do it earlier. So I just mentioned that by that time you should have already done that. So just a reminder only.
Okay. So, but the general practice is while holding any asana, we should do that.
Yes. Almost all the asanas, you have to hold your Moola Bandha into the body. It must be done. It's a lock while practicing the asana. Okay, done. So we go to in standing asana, we don't do anything else. That's it. And then we come to sitting position.
So one more question. In Angushtasana, our leg, does it need to be exactly parallel and perpendicular? I mean, is it a 90 degree or it can slant also?
No. Body need not bend. That's the only thing. See, many of the people, the leg will not straighten. Even so, keeping the back straight, this is fine for me.
Okay.
This is also fine. You may not be able to open up. This much is okay. This much is okay. This much is okay.
If I'm able to open up, but my leg, goes towards the right hand side a little. If I'm pulling up my right hand side leg, it is going towards the right hand side wall a bit.
Like this, it's opening up sideways.
Yeah.
It's okay. Little side, and it's okay. Let it go little side. No problem.
Okay.
Nothing wrong in that. You can keep it this way or this way. A little side is okay. Fine. Nothing wrong in that.
All right.
Yeah. The mistake that generally people do is they hold it like this, keeping the hand outside the knee and then twist the knee. All this, they do all those circus. So that's the problem. Then the knee will damage. So when you hold the leg, the hand should be inside and the knee will be outside. And when you straighten it, they will come in line that way. Yeah. When you bend it, the knee will be out, hand in, like that. So don't hold it like this. Keeping the hand, then it will come like this, all this rotation will happen. It will twist the knee unnecessarily, not required. Yeah, don't make that mistake. I know people do it, that's why I'm telling that. Especially beginners, children, those are legs are not, they'll do it like that. Now, coming to sitting asanas. I'll finish all the sitting asanas, then we will talk. Otherwise, I'll not get time. Adho Mukha Virasana, Marichiasana, Purvottanasana, Ardha Matsyendrasana, Gomukhasana. In advanced class, Padmasana, Tholasana, Marichi B. These asanas are extra. I'm going to quickly cover. So, this Samasthiti is Vajrasana. From standing position, we come here. Ekam, inhaling, spread the knees apart. It's a new asana. Some of you might not have done this. Inhaling, spread the knees. That's done with an inhalation. Dvi, exhale, keep the forearm on the mat in front of you. Trini, inhale, stretch the arms in front. Inhalation. Chatwari, exhale, lie down between the thighs.
You can put either chin or forehead. If you like forehead, otherwise chin. Then inhale. Reach your arm in front. Exhale. 1. Inhale. You can keep the fingers wide open. Exhale. We'll be taking 5 breaths here. See, the flatter, the better.
So if you see, your thighs are wide, your knees are wide, and you're actually lying down
between the thighs. So your chest will touch the floor, chin will touch the floor. If you find it tough, you can put your crown, it's fine. One more breath, inhale. And exhale.
But which is correct, sir? Keeping the chin or forehead?
Both are okay. I've seen different books. So I find when you put your head down, you will not get proper, the neck will be a little tight. This way, if you keep, the neck will be tight. When you keep it like this, your neck will be really free. Will feel nice and better. So I find this is better than the forehead.
And okay. Sometimes people say that you need to keep your toes away, not touching each other. Which is the right way?
No. So toes will touch at the back. The knees will separate.
Okay.
Toes are in that Vajrasana position.
Yeah, fine.
This way.
And the buttocks should touch the heels?
Heel will be on the buttock. No, heel will not touch each other because it will be separate. And then inhale, pancha head up. Shut, exhale, draw your arms towards the body.
Draw it inside. Sapta, inhale, sit up, keep the hands on the thigh. Ashta, exhale, join your knees. One asana is over. Now, after that, we inhale, sit to one side, and exhale, release the legs. Marichi asana. Ekam, inhale. Yeah, I'll finish all the sitting, then we'll talk. Ekam, inhale, bend the left leg. Dvi, exhale, bring the left armpit on the left shin bone. So, left armpit on the left shin bone. Exhalation. Because I am bending a little forward. Trini, inhale, catch the hands at the back. I mean, you have to bind your fingers behind. So how do I do that? Just, I'm showing from the side view. You don't have to do while practice, you don't have to turn. So Ekam was inhale, Dvi was exhale, bending forward. Trini, inhale, take this hand and catch it with the other hand. Inhalation. From the other side. And Chatwari, exhale, bend forward. Trying to touch chin on the right knee. 3 breaths here. I'll show one more breath. Looking at the toe. Marichi asana A. Now, Pancha, inhale, sit up, release the hands. Shat, exhale, release the left leg. So this is in normal class. In advanced class, Marichasana B will come. So I'm going to show you that in Samasthiti. Ekam, inhale, fold one leg, Padmasana. I'm going to show you the left leg. Then Dvi, exhale, bend the other leg like a mountain. It's a standing mountain shape. Trini, inhale, take the binding. So in that class there is no differentiation between going and, so this is done with an inhalation. That binding behind the body. And Chatwari, exhale, bend. You can try to touch chin or forehead. One. Two. Pancha, inhale, sit up, release the hands. Shat, exhale, release the legs. That is Marichi B in advanced class. So these are the front bending asanas in the different batches. Then complementary posture is what we did was a forward bend. Now we have to reverse it with Purvottanasana. So take an inhale here. Ekam exhale, slide your palms 1 foot behind you. And Dvi inhale, lift the hips up. I'll show you side view. Then it's better. I slide and then inhale, lift the hips up, make an inclined plank.
Looking eyebrow. 1, 2, 3.
Exhale down. Inhale, bring the hands in front. And then exhale to relax. Back to Samasthiti. Ardha Matsyendrasana, Gomukhasana. Ekam, fold your left leg below the right knee. Dvi exhale, stand the right foot on the left side of the left knee. Trini inhale, left hand up, right hand back. And Chatwari exhale, twist the body, bring the left armpit on the right thigh. Inhaling, look back. One. Two. One more breath. Three. Pancha inhale, look forward, release the hands. Shat exhale, release the legs. Ekam inhale, I'm going to next asana, Gomukhasana. I'll show you the other side. Ekam inhale, fold the right leg below the left knee. Dvi exhale, fold the left leg above the right knee in the opposite direction. So, knee over the knee. Exhale. Trini inhale, right hand up, left hand from the bottom. Lock it at the back. Then start exhaling. Align the elbow. So, you're supposed to hook the fingers at the back. Try to straighten the back. One more breath. Gomukhasana. Inhale is over. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, unlock the top leg. Exhale the other. In advanced class, that Ardha Matsyendrasana will be done with the binding. So the same asana, you can see. The first inhale, look back. On the next exhale, try to take a binding. Like that. Senior, catch the wrist. Improve on each exhalation. Now inhale and twist. Exhale, release the leg. Last asana in sitting sequence, Padmasana and Tholasana, Samasthiti. Ekam, inhale, fold any one leg, Padmasana. See the depth of the inhalation. Dvi exhale, fold the other leg. Now take an inhale again. Exhale, hands on the mat. Inhale, pick up full Padmasana in the air. One. Two. Three. Exhale. Inhale, unlock the first. Exhale. Samasthiti. That completes all the sitting asanas. Any doubts? Next few minutes, talk about that. Only sitting asana.
Sir, what was the name of the first sitting asana you did?
Adho Mukha Virasana. Spreading the knees and lying down flat between your thighs.
But can you show that so that we can see your feet from behind?
Yeah?
Can you show that asana again so that we can see your feet from behind?
Yeah, sideways, right?
Yeah, sideways.
So this way. So I was in Vajrasana like this. When inhale came, I just changed my knees only. There was no change in the leg. Then exhale, keep the forearm. Inhale, stretch the arms in front. And exhale, lie down. Like that. See, in this asana, the lower back becomes flat. So it opens the hip, the groins and the lower back. So it separates your body and, hips and lies between the thighs. So it's a flat back asana.
Your hips gets a little pulled up. Is it okay? Initially, may lift up a little.
So as much as possible, try to go flatter and flatter.
Okay.
You can see, I have to go open up my groins, open up my
thighs. The entire groin splits apart. It spreads, and I'm supposed to lie down in that. So initially, maybe a little here, all that may happen. The rounding may happen. So the more you go flatter, the lower back becomes more and more expanded and flat. It's a good asana for back problems. We do it in the, so the more you spread your hips, the better this asana.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. No doubts, I'm going to next. Urdhva Prasarita.
Ardha Matsyendrasana, sir.
I did that, no? That left leg fold, right leg stand, right hand up, twist the body. After that, I did Gomukhasana.
So Gomukhasana, the feet, when you take it to the back, actually for me, it is not going that much back. It always tends to be forward.
So when you keep this hand, this one, no, try to use your hands a little and get this within the time available. Try to align the knees like that. Maybe you can use your hands a little. So it should be like a book stacked one above the other. One book, second book, like that. Try to keep it in one line. And when your elbow goes up and the hand comes from the back, try to keep the elbow also in that same line. So both your knees and your elbow should be, and your nose should be on one line ideally. So in this step, try to do that a little, no? This one. Try to do it this way a little.
And also, and also watch his legs, both the legs. It is sideways pointing. Yeah.
So don't keep it this way. Some people keep it this way. So try to keep it backward. The toes towards the back.
Sir, when the right knee is above, then when the right knee is above the left knee, then the left arm goes up, right?
Yes. When the right leg is on the top, left hand on the top. When the other, right hand on the top. Yeah. You got it right, Anshuman. Good intelligence there.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, in the previous asana, where should the front hand go? I am unable to touch the shin of my legs.
Yeah. This one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So your armpit has to come to the shin.
Yes, sir.
So at least you should bring the shoulder little front. And see, unless you bring the elbow in front, you cannot turn this hand. You have to bend front. See, why it comes, it's a forward bending asana.
Yeah.
So this leg will improve your forward bending capability because you will try to bring the shoulder in front and take the hand back. So like that. So if you find it very tough, what you can do is keep this hand down and bend like this way. Instead of taking a binding, you can keep your hand here in front of this shin this way and then just bend forward, keeping one leg bent and just bend forward this way. That's also fine. And when you gradually get that capability of binding, try to rotate your arm and catch it from the back. And then, so when you do that, you'll get a nice opening of the shoulder and bending forward.
Okay, sir.
So the difference between this and the Ardha Madhyendrasana is in Ardha Madhyendrasana it comes the opposite side, right?
No, these are two different categories. Marichi A is a forward bend, whereas Ardha Matsyendrasana is a twister. It rotates your body. This rotates the body, right? See, I am twisting the body, whereas this is a forward bend.
Got it.
Yeah.
So in forward bending, the toes are normally pointed inwards, right?
Yeah. Now here in Marichi series, as per the books, since there is nothing catching the toe, I am not catching the toe here. My hands are elsewhere. It's not on the leg. In Paschimottanasana, most of the forward bends, the hand comes to the feet. In such a condition, the toes are pointed towards you. But in Marichi, the hands are not catching the toe, and therefore the toes are pointed front. This is as per the books, so I follow that. I tried to find the reason why it is not pointing towards the kneecap. So what I understood from different places is that since I'm not catching my feet, the toes are front.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now I go to lying down asanas. I'm going to finish all that in one sequence, then we will talk. Otherwise, I will not get time. Urdhva Prasarita, Suptapadangusha, Sarvanga, Ardha Hala Hala, Sarvanga, Nirlamba, Supta Garuda. Then I stop there. Or let me see, Setubandha, Chakra, Ardha Bhavana, Naukasana, Ardha Shirsha. Then it comes. So I'm going to finish all that in one sequence, along with something in the advanced classes. I hope I have space for the top and bottom. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, feet straight. Point your toe. Take an inhale, left leg 30. Down. Right 30. Down. Left 60. Down. Right 60. Down. Left 90. Down. Right 90. Down. Both 30. Down. Watch the breath. 60. Down. 90. Hands down. Inhale, catch the toe. Start exhaling. Inhale. No bending the leg. Exhale. Flat back. Inhale. Straight arm and leg. Exhale. Inhale.
Exhale, split the leg. Inhale. Exhale, deepen the leg. Inhale. Two. Three. Inhale back. Exhale, hand down. Inhale, roll up, Sarvanga. Exhale. One. One more. Three. Exhale, left leg down. Ardha Halasana. One. Two. Inhale, bring it back. Take the other. Only one leg Halasana. One. Two. Inhale, bring back. Exhale, full hala. Inhale, interlock. Exhale. One. Two. Support your back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Niralamba. Inhale. Senior's thigh. Then inhale again. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, spread the arms sideways. Exhale, bend your legs. Keep on the mat. Inhale, wrap the left leg around the right thigh. Lock it below the calf. And exhale, twist the knees to the right. Supta Garudasana. Inhale, turn your head to the left hand. One. Widen the arms. See the stomach going. Two. What am I counting? Three. Pancha, inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, untie the legs. Inhale, cross the other side and then come back. So other side I am not showing. Then, so I exhale, inhale, put the knees straight, legs straight. And exhale, put the hands down. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, point the toe. Inhale, bend the legs. Keep it away. Exhale, ankle catch. Inhale, hips up, Setu Bandha. Exhale. Inhale. One. Exhale. Inhale.
2. In senior class, that pillar will come. This is not there in the regular class. Inhale, keep the other hand. Exhale, walk. Setubandha Sarvanga. In 8:15 also we have introduced that. 1. 2. Inhale, walk. Comes to the regular class. Exhale, palm by the ears. Inhale, chakra. One. 2 breaths. 3 breaths. Exhale, come down. Inhale, leg out. Exhale, hands down. Shavasana. In advanced class, there is a back roll and this one in front halasana, nakrasana. So I'm going to show you that. Back roll. There is no place there. Okay. Then 5 nakra steps. Inhale Urdhva Mukha. Exhale Adho Mukha. Then jump through and sit with straight legs. In advanced class. That is in addition to that. Then from Shavasana, take few breaths there. Then I go to Pavanamuktasana, Naukasana, Ardha Shirshasana. With that we complete it. Samasthiti, keep the legs together, legs pointed, hands on the mat, side of your thigh. Ekam inhale, bend your legs, hug the knee. I think this time it is Ardha Pavanamuktasana. So only the left leg. And then exhale, chin on the knee. 1 second. Please follow me again and just listen. Then inhale, look at the nose. Three breaths in the position. Then inhale. So some people, I show you how to inhale and exhale in Pavanamuktasana. So just count how many seconds I am inhaling. Exhale is over. Almost 8 seconds. Inhalation. You saw that how I was inhaling and exhaling deeply with consciousness. Then inhale, head goes down. Exhale, release. Both the sides will be done. Inhale, right arm over the head, bend the left leg. Exhale, turn. Inhale, stretch the arms in front. Exhale, point the toes back. Inhale, lift up, Naukasana.
1, 2, 3. Exhale, come down. Inhale to Makarasana. Little time, relax here. Turn your head to both the side. Press your palm by the side of your chest. Exhale and be ready. Inhale, come to cat pose. Exhale, turn around. Inhale, keep the knees together. Legs together. Exhale, keep the forearm on the mat. Inhale, interlock your fingers. Keep it close to the knee. Exhale, crown on the floor. Then inhale, lift your knees up, go to headstand. Ardha Shirshasana, regular class. Three breaths. 2. Shift the weight forward. 3. Exhale, knee down. Inhale, sleep the toe. Exhale, Balasana. Normal breathing. See how the sound changed. Inhale, sit up, Vajrasana. How the sound changed. Exhale, interlace your finger. Inhale, lift your arms. And then normal Parvatasana. Looking front. Exhale, hands down. And advanced asana of the month is Mayurasana. I want to show you that. Or Hamsasana, whichever you can do. Coming to cat pose. Exhale, keep the crown on the floor. Keeping the mic on. Inhale, insert your elbows below the navel. Below as much as possible. Exhale, walk your leg back. Now inhale, pick the upper body, that itself is half the job. Your normal breath is enough. Then go to Mayura. Exhale. Inhale, come to cat. Exhale, Balasana. So that was the advanced asana. Yeah. Then we quickly, after this pranayama is over, then we can ask any interaction between that. So after that, we do this month the pranayamas are Kapalabhati, Ujjayi, and silent meditation and lying down with Omkar. So Kapalabhati is an abdominal breath. No chest movement, bottom lungs activation. So you can observe it's just only the stomach. Most of you know that already. But then when you exhale, the stomach should go in. So like that it continues. There will not be upper lungs movement. Only the bottom lungs goes. Between each exhalation, there has to be an inhalation. The common mistakes are that some people do only exhalation like this. How will you exhale? How much can you exhale? Only one in-breath you do. Don't do that. Between each inhalation, each exhalation, there has to be an inhale. It will be little small. I mean, the sound will not come. The exhalation is forceful. Stroke, 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 like that. So that is Kapalabhati. So that will be done 16 to 11 rounds. Anytime you can stop and restart. It's not an issue. That's the first pranayama. The second pranayama is Ujjayi pranayama. The same breath that we did during your asana practice, the same breath will be done without doing the asanas. So I'm going to just show you one or two cycles of that. I keep my chin down. So here the difference is there is holding the breath after inhalation, after exhalation. Empty. Now inhaling. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Stomach in. One more. Inhale. Hold. Anus lock. Exhale. Hold. Stomach in. Like that, there will be 8 rounds. So that is Ujjayi pranayama. Then after that, we sit silently, silent meditation, just sitting quietly for about 2 minutes. And then while lying down in Shavasana this month, we will do the Omkara. So all these humming sounds we have to practice. Like this month we did Brahmari. So next every month there will be some Om chanting will be there. So either Nadana Sandana. So the next month 7 times in lying down position we will say Om sorry try to chant it long. That is good for all this, what people are talking about, your own immunity, all the nitrous oxide production and all. So with that, we complete all the practice. Now, any doubts? Anybody like children class 8:15, advanced class? I showed whatever I could. Now, any questions I'll answer now.
While meditation, sometimes I feel a vibration in my forehead.
While doing which one?
Meditation.
A vibration where?
In my forehead.
Yeah, it's okay. So maybe see when you become more and more conscious, when you do meditation, silent meditation, the consciousness improves because you're focusing, on silencing the mind. So all these small things will appear. It's good. These are probably good signs that you are able to do meditation, focus on your own body. So it doesn't cause any problems. These are good signals only.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Anybody else? Any questions? Okay, so in advanced class, Dvipada Kaundinyasana is there, that may be the only new asana, I think. So Dvipada Kaundinyasana is done with, from the same Bakasana position, you go to Parshva Bakasana and do the straight legs there. Just going to show you that. Show you facing front. So instead of keeping the hands, Bakasana like this, normal Bakasana is done like this. Shifting the weight forward and taking the leg up. In Parshva Bakasana, we take both the legs to one side, and in Dvipada Kaundinyasana, the both legs will be straightened to that side. So the same method, I keep on this side and go to first Parshva Bakasana. Lift up like this. In Dvipada Kaundinyasana, I straighten the leg sideways. So that is one advanced asana which comes in advanced class after Mayurasana. Then other asanas like Shishasana, Salam, transition to Bakasana all remain the same. Any other queries? Anybody in the class? Yeah, so just to cover all the points, remember to practice regularly. So if you miss the class and you don't practice for a week and then suddenly you come back in the class, there are various difficulties you will face. First thing is the body has already started getting stiff. If you did not practice at all during those days which you did not, if you're practicing on your own, good. To continue your own practice. I'm not saying that you should come to class every day, not like that. Whatever possible come, but even if you miss the class, you do it on your own at home. So when you do on your own, you will start discovering many things. Okay, I don't know what is the first step, I don't know what is the second step. So when you start doing on your own all these steps, you will start learning more and more. So self practice is also very important. Side by side you attending the classes. So don't think that just by attending class you will be learning things. No, along with that you do your own self practice and regular coming to the class. Otherwise, once you come after 10th day, 15th and all, you suddenly appear in the class. The other people have been practicing for all the first 15 days and you will be out of place because you don't know the steps. So regular discipline attendance is very important. Don't miss the classes, first thing. Other thing, focus on proper steps and processes. When I say Ekam, Dvi, Trini, there is a meaning to all that. Whereas, for example, when you do a forward bend, when I say Ekam, inhale, lift the arms up. What is the reason for this? Because when your back is long, that's the only time you can bend forward. If you don't do that, if you bend forward like that, you will not get proper stretch on the back. Your back is not long. When it is long, then it goes front, long and full. So all the processes are more important than what you actually reach there. Because that will, one, it will improve your posture. Other thing, it will reduce the chances of injuries. Then while coming back also, after the forward bend, we take the arms up, in many of the asanas, to lengthen the back. Then exhale, hands down. So process should be learned properly. Proper breath must be observed. Did you see how I did that 30, 60, 60, 90, 90, then Sarvanga, Halasana, then I came back, Supta Virudasana. It was almost like 7 to 8 minutes practice. Did I miss one breath there? I did not. I did not lose even one breath in that whole 7 minutes which I practiced. That comes only with willful breathing. Willful breath is important. So practice with lot of focus on good breathing. Good quality of practice is important. Not just doing the fine, I got a stretch, आज मुझे बहुत stretch मिल गया यार, एकदम अच्छा योगा हो गया. नहीं होगा, थोड़ा दिन होगा, उसके बाद सब खत्म हो जाएगा. Okay, stick to process, stick to good breaths, because our practice is for a lifetime. It's not for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years or 4 years, not even for 10 years. You have to protect yourself, body, joints, everything for your full lifetime. Okay, so you have to gradually improve the things. Don't target sudden improvements. Follow the good process, good breathing. It will take you to the right place. Okay,
So thank you for joining, all of you. Inhale, take the arms over the head. Exhale to heart center. Closing prayer. Inhale again. So look at the way I have kept my hands. Did you see that? That's how you have to keep your heart center. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently bow down. Thank God for today's practice. Then come back.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir.